If you don't have anyone to keep you accountable, or don't have something that is keeping you accountable, how are you ever going to reach your goals? How are you ever going to improve or figure out the things that you want to figure out? I mean, that's an pretty important part of life. Everyone is going to fail. Everyone is going to make mistakes. That's given. That's the point of life. You look at a basketball player. Does a basketball player play perfect? No. He misses probably half the shots that he takes. I saw this study on this tennis player. I think his name was Federer. Federer. I'm sure, and one of you knows how to pronounce it properly. But even though he won like 70% or 90% of his games that he ever played, the point differential was like 52%. Every other point he lost. Score, lose, score, lose, score, lose. He probably wins 7-6 or however tennis scores go. And so he knew how to deal with failure, but he also knew how to be accountable. So what does accountability mean? Accountability means when what is stopping you, or what is the punishment, or what allows you to keep doing the things you'll say you'll do. And so if I'm going to record content keeps me accountable because I need to be in the correct mental headspace to talk about this thing for 5 or 10 minutes, this thing that I'm thinking about or passionate about or struggling with. And on top of that, I need to block out time to make content. I need to do a little bit of writing. I know there's no writing in there, 3 lines, but I need to do some sort of writing. Jesus Christ, my nose is so itchy. It's like allergy season and my nose is cooked. But I need to block out time. And if I'm going to block out time for content and create the mental headspace to be creative and to talk for 5 or 10 minutes, that means the rest of my day needs to be good as well. It means I need to have a certain amount of time where I'm not on the bad boat. My phone's right here. I'm not scrolling on this guy because that's going to fry my creativity. How can I consume before I create? The brain doesn't work like that. I need to work out and I need to stay on top of everything else that I need to do so I stay in a good mood. But life also happens. And I know that. And today was the perfect example of life happening to me. I woke up and instead of going to the gym, I skipped it and I just went on my phone. Hus, 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 hus. Scroll, 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 scroll. My brain, guess whose brain got fried in the morning? Mine did. Simple question to answer. And after that, my day has been downhill ever since. It's been so hard to do anything. Anything. Normally, I record a couple Instagram videos. I go to the gym. I feel good. I do some other things. I'm able to focus on reading. I'm on the third Dune book. It's pretty good. I'm 5 pages in because I haven't been able to focus because my brain has been fried. But I hope to do some reading tonight. But this content keeps me accountable because even though I'm having a bad day, even though I am in a bad mental headspace, I can still express that bad mental headspace. I can talk about it. But by me talking about it, I do also have to force myself to be creative a little bit and to do the things that I will say that I'm doing. And so because in the back of my mind, I always know, okay, I have to do something to get in a good mood so I can record content. That's my way of being accountable. That's my system. So what is your system? When you wake up late, when you have a bad day, when something happens and you're not able to go to the gym, what do you fall back on to say, okay, I need to be better? And there will be I know one thought that's running through my mind is that, my content may never blow up. And I'm okay with that. I'm a normal dude, just recording himself. in his room, locking his door so his parents don't hear him because he's kind of embarrassed to talk into a camera for 5 minutes every single day. It's kind of embarrassing. But I'm still going to do it because it keeps me accountable. It keeps me creative. It's fun. Every time I do it, I feel so good after. It's like going to the gym. I don't think I've ever had a day where I've woken up and I said, yes, I want to go to the gym. But there's that deep feeling of like, nah, I should go to the gym. I know I'm going to feel good. So I push myself to go. And once I'm there, I'm great. Once I'm recording, I'm great. Maybe not a recording, but at least I feel great. And so I'm rambling a little bit here. But I say but a lot. I realize that I need to fix that. Fix that. However, circling back to the main point, corporate jargon over here. Um, how can we as humans be more accountable? And so I'm not going to give you the simple things that you guys already know. You already know making a to-do list is probably really helpful. Writing everything, I have it right here. Writing your whatever you need to do and your goals. You can't even read it. It's so messy, but writing what you need to do helps. Putting in a calendar helps. You guys already know that. And so here are some tips. Here's some small niche tips to help you be more accountable. First of all, just because one thing goes wrong doesn't mean the rest of it also has to go wrong. Just because I scrolled and I didn't do anything today until 4 p.m. And what time am I recording at right now? Shit. It's 5:30. Oh shit. I worked out in the at like 1 o'clock, but that's all right. Right? Just because I had a bad morning doesn't mean the rest of my day is over. Just because life happens to you and everything goes to shit doesn't mean the rest of the day is over. First tip. That's the second tip is you don't need to if you didn't do something yesterday, you don't need to double up today. Or if you didn't work out in the morning, you shouldn't force a workout at night because that's going to mess up your tomorrow. Instead, cut your losses, accept that you didn't work out. Maybe you spend 5 or 10 minutes in your basement cranking out some push ups, doing some planks, doing some leg raises, doing some pull ups if you have a pull up bar. Maybe you spend 15 minutes going for a run. And that's your workout for the day. That's perfectly all right. But you do not want to mess up your tomorrow. I'm not going to mess up my mental by cranking out 5 videos and 5 or 6 or 10 Instagram reels today just to make up for the lack of quality of posting for the past whatever, how long. Past few days I've been in a bad mental headspace. And so, yeah, those are my 2 tips. Always make sure that tomorrow ends up flowing well. Even if today didn't, even if you have to sacrifice a little bit today. Because once you get the barrel rolling, you want to keep it rolling. But if it stops rolling, you want to make sure it keeps you want to make sure that you get it rolling again in a consistent way. Because it was never about the results. It was never about if I had a goal to post 15 Instagram videos and 7 YouTube videos a week, which is my goal. It was never about reaching it, the physical number. It was always about the system and the person I become along the way to achieving those goals, the person I become on the way to consistency. And so if you miss a marker on your goal, it's okay. But don't miss becoming the person who would achieve that goal. Have a good night.